Right, audio check, please. Thank you. Excellent. We've got audio. Hello, guys. Welcome to a Train Sim World 2 go through the roadmap sort of video. Just so you know, guys, there will be no Train Sim World 2 content in this video at all. We won't be doing any routes. We won't be looking at any trains, and we won't be doing any scenarios or timetable stuff either. Just to make that clear, guys, so you're not tuning in and thinking, oh, look, SimHub's doing a Train Sim World 2 stream. This is not a Train Sim World 2 stream either. So all we're going to be looking at, guys, is August roadmap between part 1 and part 2. That's all we're going to be doing and everything like that. And also, guys, I want to make a... right. Let's just say, guys, let's just put it out there. Will I be getting Train Sim World 2... Sorry. Will I be getting Train Sim World 3 when it comes out? That is a... No. I will not be getting Train Sim World 3 when it comes out. Because I'm kind of... Yeah, I've got my own opinions on that, and I'm not going to share them in this video. So, yeah. But there we go. But yeah, let's get on with it. But yeah, as I say, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to turn notification bell as well. Also, feel free to like this video if you enjoy exactly what you see or hear. And also, feel free to share as well. But yeah, I will link all my doobly-doos down below, like my Discord, my Twitch, and Train Sim World 2 down below, which is 1574 on Steam, on all platforms. So yeah, just to make it clear, guys, I have no other routes except for the 3 routes installed at the moment. We will not be touching those 3 routes that come with Train Sim World 2 either. So, let's get into it, shall we? So, Train Sim World Roadmap Part 1, 10th of August 2022. So, the introduction. So, this is from their point of view, guys. So, well, yesterday was quite a day. Welcome to the first roadmap of Train Sim World 3 era. Hop in, they've got plenty to share. They make no apologies for this being the longest roadmap you're ever going to read. And that's why they've split it into 2. Today, they'll be covering the routes, locos, and UI within Train Sim World 3. And tomorrow, they'll talk about the new feature set. And our roadmap stream will take place tomorrow, Thursday, the 11th of August 2022. Where they try to cover as much as they can from part 1s and 2s. They'll also be open for questions, thread, QA ahead of yeah, blah blah blah. So in other words, the normal. So let's just get into it, shall we? So what's new? Well, there's quite a lot actually. Yesterday they announced the newest addition to Train Sim World franchise, Train Sim World 3. Chock full of new features, routes and logos they can't wait for us to get our hands on September 6th. Or if you pre-order Standard or Deluxe Edition, September 2nd. If you haven't already checked out the announcement from Matt and JD, they recommend you do that before reading this article. So yeah, you can find it on the YouTube channel, so it will give an introduction to the new game. As a result, they have added 3 new routes, the Castle to Wilsonburg and the Southeastern High-Speed Extended, London to Ashford and Faversham, and the Kanjon Pass to the roadmap, as they will be releasing with the launch of the new game. So, starting with the first route, the castle. I'm not going to say the first bit, guys. I'm just going to say the name of the route. The Castle to Wilsonburg is a German high-speed route they've always wanted to do, and a whopping 186 kilometers, which is 115 miles, the longest route ever produced in Train Sim World. You'll be pushing an all-new DBBR 401 Ice 1 to 280 kilometers and staying there. Navigating a picturesque landscape of viaducts and tunnels, you'll be combining passengers and freight, occasionally through the Hessian and Bavaria countryside. So yeah, there's the picture of the high speed, the Ice 1. So Southeastern High Speed Extended, London to Ashford and Faversham, is Train Sim World's first extension and adds a length, depth and activity to one of Train Sim World's most popular routes with 45 miles of extension, track, 89 miles or 143 kilometres total. From Dartford to Ashford International and Faversham, with much extended service pattern, including dedicated timetables for the BR465/9, new signalling including approach control, new overhead lines, track relaying and improved scenery, including fully explorable Ebbsfleet Station. And what's more, if you own the existing route with Train Sim World 2, you'll get an update version for Train Sim World 3, absolutely free, with the purchase of any Train Sim World 3 bundle. More details can be found in the FAQs. So yeah, there's the 395 in the rainbow livery. So yeah, that's the Trainbow. So the Kanjon Pass is another monster route and one of their favourite American freight experiences, clocking in at 85 miles, which is 136 kilometres of pure American muscle. You'll be able to operate their first ever Bnsf loco, the ECS44C4 and the ST40-2, as you tackle stunning mountain ranges and harsh deserts with some of the steepest inclines ever seen within Train Sim World. You can find out a little more about each of them in yesterday's announcement video on their YouTube channel, and they'll of course be showing us all the routes in preview streams. More information on that below. So, as well as Spirit of Steam, Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe will be receiving all the Train Sim World 3 new features, and if you own the existing route with Train Sim World 2, you'll get an update version of Train Sim World 3 absolutely free with the purchase of Train Sim World 3 bundle. So more details can be found in the FAQs. They have some positive news for us about Add-on Manager, which you can find out below. All content which they have planned for the release of both Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World 3 is now labelled as such within the roadmap, including the majority of content on previous roadmaps. They have also removed a couple of items from the roadmap, including PS4 and PS5 profile transfer and Dovetail Live rewards. They are currently not investigating the former, and the latter is now encompassed within the Preservation Crew section of the roadmap. Lovely. They sure have you have a lot of questions of Train Sim World 3, whilst they try to cover as much ground as they can within the articles and come in live streams. They also recommend you check out the FAQs on the knowledge base, as it has a lot of information covered within it around package options, pricing, profile transfer, and much more. They have a live stream planned for the next week to answer our questions, and you can find the link below to post them. We recommend you read both today's and tomorrow's roadmaps before doing that though. So Train Sim World 3 route timetables. We've asked the team working on the routes for a little insight on the timetables you can expect when playing the predominantly passenger routes on Train Sim World 3. So first up, Southeastern High Speed Extension. So, for the extension of Southeastern High Speed route, there was a lot they wanted to do to the timetable. Not only cover the basics of adding services to the new Ashfield and Dartford sections, but also bringing life to the existing route in much more exciting way. The original timetable was based on the reference gathering in 2020, which in hindsight resulted in rather bare bones atmosphere, within many services having been given to the pressures of the pandemic, hourly javelins to Faversham, no peak time variety, etc. On top of that, there were plenty of areas which were missing AI elements that bring stations to life. So, all has changed on the Southeastern High Speed in Train Sim World 3 using reference gathered from 2019 working timetables, featuring pre-pandemic service levels. An exponential increase in traffic is now present on the route, which many rich variety on course expanding to reach the new ending points on the route. So yeah, there's a picture of a 395. So Strood at 7 AM in Train Sim Mod 2 above versus the same time of day in Train Sim Mod 3 below. So yeah, slightly different again. So the full 395 diagrams have been accurately represented using all the units correctly throughout the day, including coupling and uncoupling procedures, as well as at peak times oddities such as ETS movements, and fast services avoiding stations such as St Pancras coming to life in rush hour, with a mere 3 platforms supporting up to 8 departures an hour. There is certainly a lot more going on. Ashford Depot is also included. Interior and all are as are the services which bring the 395s in and out of the depot. Around Ashford you will also see plenty of mainline AI from Tonbridge to Maidstone to the Kent coast. So 395-014 leading a 12 car set from Ashford Depot ahead of the evening rush hour on High Speed 1 above. Meanwhile, at London nose to nose, trainboat action is taking place as services divide, ready to run commuter home on Britain's fastest domestic trains. So that's below. The classic lines are also fully fleshed out with more trains between Rochester and Faversham, including Peak Express to Cannon Street services, which terminate at Gillingham, now run to Dover, and rush hour splitting and joining of 375s at Faversham also feature. You can expect to see Sheerness Branch AI at Sittingbourne, as well as Medway Valley AI at Strood. So bear with me a second, guys. Just need to check something a second because my phone just will not shut up. Just bear with me one more second, guys. So, North Kent has transformed with the addition of Dartford 4 trains per hour out of Gravesend platform 0 to Dartford and vice versa, with the additional services that also extend to Strood in rush hour. Dartford also sees AI services with terminating from London. So 465931 departs Dartford on the 1 November 36 to Gravesend, where after a few minutes it will turn tail and return on the 1 Delta back to Charing Cross. With the inclusion of freight stock, Who Junction sees a lot more action mixing in neatly between the busy passenger timetable. Aggregate engineering and light engine movement will be available, and yes, shunting as well. So Who Junction in Train Sim Mod 2, which requires East Coast Way above, versus Who Junction Train Sim Mod 3 out of the box. So yeah, there's Who Junction in Train Sim Mod 2. There's Who Junction in Train Sim Mod 3. So what would a timetable be these days without a rail tour or two as well? Another time we'll go deep into how these layers and other seasonal services work on this route, but for now, a little teaser. So there we go, there's a little teaser. Note, everything described above is represented in Gen 9/PT timetable. Gen 8 timetables are still under evaluation as to impact on performance. So yeah, remember that, guys. Whatever you get on Gen 9 or PC will be different to what you get on Gen 8. So Gen 8 consoles, guys, will get less than what Gen 9 get. So, Castle to Wilsonburg. So the Castle timetable service mode has been a team effort, mixing expertise, expedites of both Lucas and Joe. We split the work up what we do best, and Joe handling most of the passenger services and all the AI he loves to implement, and me focusing on the freight. So Lucas focusing on the freight, the dream team. So for this route, they had an actual German freight timetable for the first time, so they really wanted to fully implement it. So this presented more than just a few challenges, since freight on this route runs at night between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. They had faced a big problem until now. The timetables had been restricted to 24 hours, and services could not cross midnight. This would have eliminated half of the services and all the fun. So, with the help of their amazing engineering team, they spent some considerable time making this possible, so that in future can also make that last 11 p.m. service that ends on the next day. Now the full freight is integrated with all planned overtaking and parcel intercity that runs the route at night, and up to 4 freight trains following each other down the route. It also features the BR101 services, which lets you take the loco to full speed for over an hour, and night jet services, which interweave with freight at night, forcing a lot of freight trains to wait in sidings for them to pass. They've done their best to fill in the timetable up to real working, and hope everyone enjoys the bustling action of Wilsonburg, Fudler and Castle. I'm not going to say that name there. Be it at night or day. So the trains. The choice of trains and routes in Train Sim World 3, with them new challenges for the team here. So yeah, we're going to go through all what the trains are all about. So for starters, the Bnsf ECS 44C4 locomotive looks at first glance like any other wide comfort cab US freight heavy freight locomotive, but looks can also deceive. It has a little unique trick up its sleeve. Normally the locomotive spreads its weight distributed across 6 axles. However, if the wheel slip system on the train detects a reduction in grip, they can take the weight off the center axle, meaning that the full weight of the locomotive is now only on the outer 4 axles on each track, massively increasing the amount of grip they have. You can also see this in the action with some cylinders on the side of trucks, but both the animation and the physics change the addition and simulated in Train Sim World 3. So there we go. That's what it looks like. The Bnsf ES44. Yeah, the ES44C4. So moving on to the ice trains. A new feature for Train Sim World 3 is a high-speed braking system called eddy brakes. These are now implemented on ice trains and allow them to stop more quickly, particularly in emergency conditions. When the Ice 3 first made its appearance in Train Sim World 2, players requested the addition screen that shows the driver what's happening with the brake system on the train being added. There's a lot of information, and it helps the driver to know what's happening along the length of the train at any given moment. So the team have worked hard to get the implemented for Train Sim World 3. Wind. Lastly, the passenger information systems has some big improvements to amount and types of data that it can show, accommodating the more detail on train screens on the ice, but also adding the messages, car identifiers and so forth to other trains such as the Class 395 Javelin. So, user interface and menu screens. So with Train Sim World 3, they've been given the opportunity to rewrite the rulebook, providing a better player experience. Their senior producer Jordan and creative director Sam tells us more. It may seem obvious, but when considering changes to the menu system in Train Sim World 3, they repeatedly reminded themselves that the main thing that players will want to do is to drive and operate their trains. When looking at an overhaul of the menus, they started with 2 rules. So, menu flow should be intuitive and memorable. Players should never be wrong. If they expect to find a link or a tool somewhere, it should be there. So, lovely jubbly. In a perfect world, a player would be able to load the game, press one button, and be into action immediately. While that lofty goal isn't possible, they've introduced a couple of features to get closer to it. The quick play option will give you the choice of haven't completed depending on the length of the service you choose. Don't like what you were offered, maybe it helped you decide what you actually fancy doing. If not, you can always do it. You can always go again. This ideal for players who know they want to run a train, but don't know which. They also recognise that many players work their way through one route before trying the next, so the game will give you a quick link to the last route you played. They want us playing as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like, the new layout for Train Sim World 3, which looks a hell of a lot better than it was in Train Sim World 1 and Train Sim World 2. So moving on, of course, many of us want to operate a particular locomotive on the route of our choosing, so the traditional approach of selecting a route, then service has been simplified. As much as we liked previously approached for selecting a route or loco with a full screen images of the train model on full display, they didn't make it easier to get to the point of actually playing. So that led them to small tiled representations of our collection. So we can see more at a glance. This approach has lowered memory requirement, which means our menus should work much faster. So yeah, there you go. In that picture there, it looks a hell of a lot better. So yeah, we're getting towards the end of part 1 now. So another thing they spotted was that with the advent of layers allowing trains to be run on more routes, players often weren't certain what could be used where. To that end, they now give us an option to select your train first, then choose the route which you would like to travel. As your collection grows, this may yield opportunities for you to use your favourite trains in more places. So keeping intuitive and simplific goals in mind, they've changed the location of creative tools, which can now be found in the Creators Club. They've also given you more help when it comes to using those tools, getting rid of the text list of vehicles, replacing them with white box thumbnails. So, knowing the designations of 5 different kinds of freight wagons is no longer something you need. While the tools themselves haven't changed, they have given some time to removing frustrations in the operation, particularly scenario planner, which should now be easier to use. So that actually looks a hell of a lot better, that layout there. So the improvements everywhere in the new menu system, they were confident you'll find it an easiest to use what they've made. So Train Sim World 3 gameplay and tutorials. So, of the course, there's no point in providing all these features. There's no gameplay to take advantage of it. They spoke to Richard, one of the senior designers, about the new opportunities in Train Sim World 3 provide us with. So, in other words, guys, I'm not going to read through all this. If you want to read this, guys, feel free to pause, read it, and go from there. So, first one, there's your gameplay, there's your tutorial, and then all that sort of thing. It's because, guys, I want to try and get part 1 and part 2 done in this video. So there'll be certain bits, guys, where I just say that, guys, if you want to read, pause, read, and go on from there. I'm not going to read everything. So, Railfan TV and Train Sim World 3. So, here's the timetable of what to expect coming up for Train Sim World 3. So, Tuesday, August 16th, which is soon, introduction of Train Sim World 3 and QA. Thursday, August 18th, Castle to Wilsonburg preview. Tuesday, the August 23rd, Training Centre. Thursday, the August 25th, Southeastern High Speed Extension preview. And Thursday, the 1st of September, the Kanjon Pass preview. And then, yeah, I will let you read that bit there, guys, about the add-on manager as well. And then everything there to do with the preservation crew as well. I'll let you read that. So yeah, pause to read, guys. I say, I'm trying not to read too much, because if I'll be reading too much, I'll be here for like 2 or 3 hours. Which I don't really want to be. There's derailing issues. Save game and dispatch improvements. Microsoft Game Pass. So, yeah, Train Sim World 2, guys, from the 15th of August will be removed from Xbox Game Pass, and that's also PC Game Pass. So, sadly, if you want to play Train Sim World 2 after the 15th of August, guys, what I'm going to say is go over to the Xbox store if you're on Xbox and purchase it for £15.74. I know that's a pain, but it's the best way to go forward, really. Sorry, just bear with me a second. So, yeah. But yeah, I say, when Train Sim World 3 comes out, guys, you will be able to use Train Sim World 3. And yeah, that's how I will be. Like I said, I know I said at the beginning of this stream, guys, I'm not going to purchase Train Sim World 3. But I will be streaming Train Sim World 3 when it comes out on the 6th of September. So we'll be going through all the routes and all that sort of thing on that. And then I'll say you've got your achievements, question thread, and then, sorry, there's a plane going past me window. So yeah, Dovetail game releases. So in other words, Train Sim World 3, the Castle to Wilsonburg, that will be released on the 6th of September. Train Sim World 3, Kanjon Pass, San Bernardino to Barstow, that will also be released. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Sorry for the noise. So yeah, Kanjon Express will also be replaced? Sorry, will also be released on the 6th of September. Southeastern High Speed Extended, London to Ashford, and Faversham will also be released on the 6th of September 2022. But if you own Southeastern High Speed on Train Sim World 2, the free update will come out on Train Sim World 3 on the 6th of September 2022, hopefully. Other releases, so the DBBR 420 electric multiple unit for Hamstrecken Munich to Usburg, developed by Train Sim Germany. Guys, if you do not own Hamstrecken Munich to Usburg and you want the DB420, my advice, and yes, I'm going to put it out there again, and I've said this plenty of times, purchase Munich to Usburg first and then the DB420 afterwards, because I had questions, guys, going back to the BR class 313 someone purchased the BR Class 313. I asked them, did you purchase East Coastway? And they said, no. So you can kind of guess what happened. They didn't purchase East Coastway, so they couldn't run the 313. So, yeah, that's why I say it, guys. Purchase Hamstock and Munich to Usburg, and then when the 420 comes out, you can purchase it and it'll run. Excellent. Thank you very much. So, core features. So, Train Sim Mod 2/3 Add-on Manager, previously PS5 DLC Limited Effects, is coming soon. Train Sim Mod 3 Red Light / Dispatcher improvements across multiple routes, starting with Rush Hour route and Harlem Line. Train Sim Mod 3 save game functionality, and then we move on to the Miscellaneous. So, projects that players will notice but don't fall, blah blah blah. So, Train Sim Mod 2/3 Rush Hour Passenger System for London Computer. Train Sim Mod 2/3 Spirit of Steam manual fireman function as well. And then we've got the Preservation Crew. So yeah, this is all the updates that come out from the Preservation Crew. So yeah, this just adds all the new features to old routes. So for starters, we've got... So the first route that will get an update is the Scottish Commuter. That's only tiny. Then small for Hamstrocken, Hamburg to Lübeck, including timetable update. Medium, Rheinherd to Ostend. Small is a 2022 Bakerloo line timetable with plus 600 services. Another small one is Long Island Railroad. A huge one is Peninsula Corridor, sorry. Huge is Oakville Subdivision. And then tiny is the LGV Mid-Antony. So yeah, removed from the roadmap, guys, is the Island Line 2022 BR Class 484 from River Games. The PlayStation 4 and 5 profile transfer not being currently worked on. Dovetail Live Rewards encompassed with the Preservation Crew updates. So yeah, that is part 1. We're now going to flick over to part 2. So yeah, part 2 is also going to be in this video as well. So moving on to part 2. So yeah, same again, guys. I might in this go and skip some bits, but I always like to stop, let you pause, let you read it, and then we'll move on. So, features. So, these are Train Sim Mod 3 features. There's a lot to unpack with various new features making their way to Train Sim Mod 3. So they've asked the team to tell us a bit about things they think we're going to enjoy to make navigation easier. They are splitting it up into sections so we can explore the interesting. So what's interesting? So, dynamic weather, updating lighting, visual effects, training center, audio, and characters. So yeah, I'm not going to read these, guys. I'm going to let you guys read these on the dynamic weather. So I'll let you guys just pause and read. And yeah, there's a picture of a Class 395 at London St Pancras International. And then there we go, the next part. And then yeah, another 395 at London St Pancras International. And then yeah, so pause. Adfic, when is this due out? Train Sim World 3 is going to be out on the 6th of September. I won't be purchasing it on the 6th of September. I will not be purchasing it. I will just be streaming it, the 3 routes that come with Train Sim World 3 on the 6th of September. I'll be streaming it off Game Pass, and that's as far as I'm going to go with it. And then the Volmatic Skies. So if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, feel free to just pause and read. So yeah, we're just going through the roadmap, Adfec. The roadmap's already out. If you want to read it either on the Dovetail website, if you've got an Xbox, read it on your Xbox Dovetail Live, or if you're on PlayStation, also read it on your Dovetail Live as well. And then moving down. Oh, and also there's a nice picture of the trains in a depot. Lovely. So yeah, moving down to here where we've got also a picture of the Ice 1. Sorry, let me just go back up there again. Sorry about that. Dealing with work as well. Moving down. And yeah, we've got a nice picture of the Kanjon Pass. And then we move on down here. So yeah, pause to read, guys. Pause to read. And then yeah, we'll get onto new lighting shortly. And then new lighting. It's just as I say, guys, so you guys can just read it. Saves me just ranting on like I bloody do half the time. Plus then it stops this video being about nearly 2 hours long. Oh look, a nice picture of a 395 at London St Pancras International. Well, actually 2 395s. So yeah, the comparison between Train Sim World 2 lighting is above and Train Sim World 3 lighting is below, which we'll have a look at that picture in a second. There we go, that's the Train Sim lighting in Train Sim World 3. So there's 2 and there's 3. So, and then we move down to this information. Pause, as I say, guys, pause if you want to read the information. I know I'm skipping through it probably a bit too quick. Ooh, got a picture, I think, inside an Ice 1 there. See, I think this is the lighting, what it looks. And then in daylight as well. Or is that the Ice 3? Tell me in the comments down below, guys, if that's the Ice 1 or the Ice 3. Looks like the Ice 1. Because now I've just seen the second window, so it looks like the Ice 1. Now we come down to the eye adaptation in action. But yeah, like I've said, guys, while you're reading it as well, like I've said right at the beginning of this stream, and I'm going to mention it again, my next Train Sim World 2 stream, guys, is coming soon. I can't say when, bits coming soon anyway. So yeah, and as I say, while you're reading through that, guys, I'm just going to say it again. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, feel free to the notification bell as well, and also feel free to smash that like button as well if you enjoy exactly what you're reading or seeing. And then yeah, we got another picture of, so we've got a comparison between Train Sim World 2 above and Train Sim World 3 below, with the lighting at London St Pancras again. So look at that, completely different with the lighting. And then we've got this, and then we'll get onto the training centre bit shortly. We'll get onto that bit. So yeah, that's why I've just knocked the training centre bit off the screen slightly. Just so you guys can pause and read that information. I say I will probably watch this stream back and probably read it all again. So, and then we're moving on to the training centre. So yeah, this is actually pretty good, bringing the training centre to Train Sim World 3, because the training centre. Yeah, because the training centre is like TS Academy. If you've played Train Sim Classic, guys, it's like the TS Academy on there. So yeah, it'll teach you how to use the trains. Like in Train Sim Classic, when that first came out, you were taught how to drive a steam engine. You were taught how to drive a diesel engine, like an electric engine. You were also taught how to drive a diesel engine as well. So I think training centre in Train Sim World 3 is going to be the same, and I need to stop saying Train Sim World 2 when I'm referring to 3. And then we move on to the features as well of the training centre. And then we've also got, why do we need a training centre as well? There's also that question, which has got the information below, and as you can just see a little picture of the training centre, it looks like. We'll have a look at that shortly. But yeah, like I say, guys, I am chiming in on bits that I need to just like quickly go over. I am chiming in on those bits, but long bits I don't really want to be reading out. Okay, so actually it's not the training centre. It's actually the London Underground at a station. I don't know what station. Bear with me. There we go. So yeah, this is one of the routes, guys. This is London Underground Bakerloo line that you actually get with Train Sim World 2. As far as I'm aware, guys, when you pre-order Train Sim World 3, I believe when you get Train Sim World 3, all your routes will do the same what they did from Train Sim World 2020. We'll just transfer over to Train Sim World 3 like Train Sim World Classic DLCs. I'm just saying that, guys, that might be correct. It might be wrong. Take it with a pinch of salt. Okay, so moving down to how was the route developed? So yeah, it's all to do with the training centre. Hey. So yeah, pause if you didn't catch the information on that. Ooh, the training centre looks pretty cool actually. And then we stop at here. And then moving down. There's a couple of pictures back up there, guys, which you can just catch as they go past the screen. So yeah, we're nearly getting through the roadmap now, guys. The next roadmap, guys, after this will be September 2022. That's when the next roadmap will be. So you got the delights of Train Sim World 2 to still go for about just under another month. So what should you expect? What should you be excited? Why should you be excited? There you go, that makes sense. Oh, we've got a reception. Lovely. Hopefully we can walk into that words. Hopefully we can walk around that reception a bit, hopefully. But don't put, like I say, guys, take that with a pinch of salt, because we may not be able to. And that's in a tunnel. I believe, I don't know what train they're in there. It looks like 395. It looks like. I may be wrong. Ooh, that training center looks really cool. So you got like the 39. You got hang on. So starting from the far end, guys, you got a 375, a 395, a Bnsf, a 66 in DB Schenker livery. You got a class 465. You got another Bnsf. So it looks like the Bnsf ST40-2 and the Bnsf ECS64, and then you've also got a dirty class 66. It looks like in XEWS livery. Okay, audio is what we're moving on to next. So I'll let you guys read through this bit of the information. But yeah, like I say, guys, my next stream will be coming up. Let me just think. Next week at some point. Whenever I've got a day off, guys, my next stream will be coming up then. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to do something quickly. That was all. That's the reason why I turned my mic off. So yeah, let's just scroll down a bit more. So yeah, this is more of the information. This is more of like the pantograph sort of thing. It looks like for the Ice 1. So guys, if it was me, I'd be here for like the next hour reading all of this. Which I can't be bothered. But yeah, don't forget, as I say, guys, you can pre-order Train Sim World 3. I don't think you can. I think yeah, you can probably pre-order it on Bing. Yeah, you can pre-order it, I think, on Steam, but I don't think on Xbox or Xbox or PlayStation. I don't think you can pre-order it on there. I don't think. I'm just checking in the process to see if that's a thing or not. You might just be able to pre-order it on Word. Yeah, you might just be able to pre-order it on Steam. Yeah, it looks like you can only pre-order it on Steam at the moment. Because I've just looked on the Xbox store and you can't pre-order it on the Xbox store, so I think it's just Steam only at the moment. I believe the ECS 44C4, I believe that came, if you don't already own it guys, I believe that came in with a, what was it? Let me just think. The Horseshoe Curve DLC, I believe that was bought in the Horseshoe Curve DLC. Now we've also got visuals, snow and kick-up effects. And then yeah, you can see I think that's an ECS 44C4 doing a bit of kick up there in the snow. But yeah, don't forget guys, you can pause to read most of this. I know I'm just skimming through it, but like I say, I don't want this video to go on for hours. And yeah, we got some pictures of some snow. Okay, character art. So this is where we come through to our avatars. So yeah, you got skin tone, hair and materials, which in Train Sim World 1 and Train Sim World 2, you couldn't really customize your avatar that much. All you could do was just pick an avatar, there you go, thank you very much, goodbye. It looks like in, I don't know if they're gonna be aware they're there. If they're gonna let us do any, things in Train Sim World 3. That, I probably don't think they will. Yeah, that's what, in that picture guys, you got what your guy looks like in Train Sim World 2, what your guy looks like in Train Sim World 3. Be good if they could let us like customize our characters a bit, that would be really good, but hey. Like I say, take it a pinch of salt. Sorry about that, I just had to just deal with something quickly. Right, and then moving down, that's what your character looks like. It looks like from a Train Sim World 2 and the Train Sim World 3 comparison, or probably just Train Sim World 3. So features included in Train Sim World compatibility add-ons for Train Sim World 3. So yeah, if you joined them last night guys, you would have found out the information. I didn't watch last night's roadmap stream because, well, I was too tired last night, so I had just come home from work and I was too last night, so I didn't bother watching it. But I'll watch it at some point guys, I'll watch it at some point. But yeah, also guys, it looks like that is the end of the roadmap. So yeah, pause to read that information up above guys, but yeah. There we go, 2 parts of the roadmap. I know it's gone on for quite a long time, this one. So, yeah. Brilliant, excellent, really good. And I've really enjoyed showing you this roadmap. But yeah, excellent. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, feel free to subscribe. Try again. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, feel free to the notification bell as well. Also, feel free to subscribe. Sorry. Feel free to hit that like button if you've enjoyed what you've read, and also feel free to share as well. But yeah, I will link down below, guys, all my links in the doobly-doo down below, like my Twitch, my Discord, Train Sim World 2 down below. I'll also link the articles down below as well, so you guys can find them. And anything else I need to link down below as well. But yeah, like I say, guys, my next stream will be next week at some point. I don't know what day it'll be yet. Whenever I've got a day off, guys, we will stream. But I don't know when I'm next gonna be off. So, there we go. But yeah, there you go, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Stay safe. And I will catch you guys in the next one.